Hey, it's Richie and Wes.
He's Richie.
And he's Wes.
And this is our show.
Trolling social media and asking our sex question of the week.
Whew. Here we go. Oh, see, I got my high pitch back.
Look at that. At least something's actually happening.
Ooh. Yeah, last week was like I did not.
We were a mess.
We're still a mess.
We are still a mess, but in the best way possible.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of mess, there's a whole bunch of messiness going on this week. Oh my god, this past week was absolutely absurd. I don't even know what to tell you. Everything from most idiotic music news, music/movie news that I think I have ever heard, that I still can't believe is real, to people who I really thought would stop and listen when individuals who are disabled said, hey, we don't like these particular words that you may use, really failed to recognize.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised at that.
And someone very important died, actually. You might not have known about this.
Yes, people are dying.
At the tender age of 26, and it's going to shock you as to who it is.
It's wild times. But, in the wildest of times, sometimes you can count on your ex for a hookup. So far, 100%, 100% of the best sex with the ex stories. Well, I guess they would be the good ones because we have the best ones. Like, so far, all these stories are really good. Sex with the ex, that is our topic this week. You'd never know we've been doing the show for 5 years.
Exactly,
Oh my gosh. So we'll get to all that stuff throughout the show. Sex with the Ex, of course, is at the end of the show. If you're following us on social media at Richie with a Y and Wes, you can actually get in on the conversation and tell us all about your wacky Sex with the Ex stories. Wacky. Why would they be wacky? I'm going to have some more to drink. I'm going to have some more wine. Put us in the right frame of mind. Actually, I need a sip for this one because this weekend we apparently avoided a very narrow, not here in LA, but in Idaho, a very potentially violent confrontation when 31 members of the neo-Nazi group Patriot Front were arrested on their way to Pride.
Jesus.
All wearing white masks. They had like riot shields.
What?
They were in the back of a U-Haul and they were going to go and...
Just a mess. I can't.
That was actually wild because it unfolded live on social media where they got the tip off to this U-Haul. The cops pulled it over. There was someone on Twitter who was there on the scene, and there were photos of these guys getting unmasked one by one because they all had these masks on. Like, actually, the freakiest optic was all these guys in their like tactical gear getting out of this, well, I say tactical gear, it's like khakis, but they're getting out of this fucking U-Haul with the masks on and they all have identical clothing. It was fucking freaky. And the fact that they were going to the small town Pride in Idaho.
What in the world?
Yeah, they showed pictures of the Pride and it's like a family picnic, basically. It's like a family event. Like, there would have specifically been kids there. These kids that, everyone is so fucking worried about, these guys are going to bum rush and cause a fucking riot. What the hell? So whoever tipped off the FBI, whoever was embedded with them, whatever happened, thank fucking God, because that could have been
a damn mess.
Toilet.
Good Lord.
What is wrong with people? You do have nothing better
Everything is wrong with people.
You got nothing better to do with your time?
My goodness gracious.
You didn't see any of that?
I saw something that was going on, but I didn't know exactly what was going on.
Somehow I caught it.
Because Twitter.
Yeah, I know.
It just memes after something happens.
No, somehow I caught it right as it was literally happening. And then there would be another update. And then there was another update. I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
Good Lord. Yeah, no.
31 people piled in the back of a U-Haul that were going to cause a riot at this point.
Yeah, all I saw were memes about how these people looked. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And there was no context.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's Twitter.
Shots, right.
It was like, oh, look at these inbreds. I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, what are all these mugshots like?
They did
what is the context?
Look eerily similar.
They really did. Someone said they look like Sims.
They did.
They did.
They look like video game
They totally
characters.
did. Yes, they 100% did.
Weird.
Goddamn mess.
Well, they couldn't stop Pride.
Oh, no.
And no one could stop that, and no one could stop Christina Aguilera from performing here at LA Pride, including her coming out in, so they did every color of the rainbow, red, blah, blah, blah. By the time she came out in green, she had on sparkly strap-on.
And I'm proud of it. I'm happy about it. And she brought out Maya for Lady Marmalade.
And she brought out Kim Petra.
Yes. How great is that?
I think that's it. I actually
First of all, how great did Maya look?
Okay.
Talk about not aging. My God.
I was actually thinking, Christina certainly had a huge fan base in the gay community, and she did that video 20 years ago.
Yes, which is, oh my God, we're old now.
That gave us gay rights.
Jesus.
Think about it. Okay, that music video, beautiful, that just happened to
100%.
Two queer people kissing.
Yeah,
it was also
an older cross-dresser that was in there. It
just happened. It just cross-section.
Yep.
Of people. We got what we asked for. We were just included.
Yes.
And at the time it was, obviously such a big deal, but that really was before marriage equality. That was before Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a groundbreaking video. It really was.
And yeah, definitely props to her for bringing out Kim Petras as well, who's probably the world's most famous trans
100
singer. And I was thinking that's awesome, okay, and not trying to take anything away from Christina Aguilera, but it is LA Pride. Where are our queer artists, right? We want to lift them up too. And there you go. So that shut me right up. So yeah, and Pride continues throughout even this next weekend as there is the QCon right back here in West Hollywood.
That's right.
I'll be going to, as well as many other cosplayers and queer folks who are into nerdy shit. So if you're in WeHo or around WeHo, it is free to go. And you could also...
As things should be.
Exactly. And you could also win free tickets to the LA Comic-Con that's in at the end of the year.
Oh, awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So there you go. Check it out. And then I'm sure there's another Pride going on the weekend after that.
That Azalea Banks will get booed off on. Are we even going to talk about that? Should we even give her any more attention? I don't think we should. Well, just like Azalea Banks' career continues to die, rest in peace to someone that's been in our lives near and dear for 26 years. Did you miss this?
What?
Today, Microsoft Internet Explorer died.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. It is now.
I mean, yay!
Yes! After being null and void for fucking years. Today is the day that they put the nail in the coffin.
Uses it?
There, I guess, is now Microsoft Edge, but that's already been out for a decade.
Edge has been out for a while.
Yeah, so Internet Explorer was still just there hanging on.
No, the thing is, you have these legacy things. Once people have something installed, it doesn't force people to update it.
I'm quite honestly surprised that people still use Safari.
Wait, what's on my phone?
Do you?
What's on my phone?
Oh, probably Safari. I use Google Chrome for everything. Yeah. It's just so much easier. It bookmarks everything. It saves everything.
I just have six tabs of Safari open right now. That's all.
And most people who use a MacBook don't use Safari either. It's literally like the Apple version of Internet Explorer.
Oh.
And most people have a
Google
second
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and most people have a secondary browser on their phone and on their laptop.
I do kind of Google for everything. It's my email.
Yeah, I just use Google Chrome for everything because it's so seamless.
Yeah.
Even when I'm like on my laptop doing something and I forget something, it's like, oh, do you want to verify this on your phone? Yeah, sure I do, because it's all seamless. Far more seamless than Safari, and you would expect it would not be.
Do you know why? Because this is my new phone, and it opens to Safari when I click on shit.
Oh,
and
it's not by default.
I just need to.
I forget Safari's even there. I use Safari when I'm actually trying to look for something, and I don't want to leave a page on Google or like do the whole, split the windows and then figure it out bullshit. I'll go to Safari to like Google something, and then I'll go to the actual website on Google.
Yeah.
It's just far more intuitive.
This new phone, I'm telling you, so many things I have to reset. Well, I say good riddance,
Good riddance to Azalea Banks and to Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer will still be remembered. Azalea Banks, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
What? Uh-oh. Where are we going?
Still cannot believe this fucking sentence is real. The Joker sequel will be a musical starring Joaquin
Oh, yes,
Phoenix
I saw that in Lady fucking Gaga.
Lady Gaga, who will probably play Harley Quinn, by the way.
Oh my god, I can't. No, I don't want it. You already know my stance on this. I said it from jump. I never even needed a Joker sequel. I would like if they would just do a one-off of different characters and leave it at that.
Well, not only that, but the whole musical element throws it into this next category, which is already off the rails.
It's gotta be Cats.
There are so many Broadway musicals of shit where it's like, why would you make a Spider-Man musical? What? Heather's the musical? Shut up.
Yeah, no, we don't need it. No one's asking for it. Why? There are plenty of other things that Lady Gaga can be in. Like her own music videos, or on Vegas, or the random acting spot that comes along that actually fits. Let's not make
Harley Quinn
singing.
I do not.
I just don't.
No. How much coke was in the room when they came up with that idea?
A ton. When they should have been having wine like we are.
Exactly.
Far more reasonable.
Or some work for that. That just fries my brain. Like, well, and people are going to go see it, and they're going to say it's brilliant.
Why can't you guys be like that with us?
Thank you. Lift us up. Do you know what? And I mean, all offense intended. I have been listening to some other podcasts. I will not drop their names. They're not good.
I've been falling asleep to podcasts lately.
Because they're boring as fuck.
Yes, and I'll tell you why, because...
And we are funny.
We are! No, literally. I will just pick something randomly just because they're so... It's so monotone. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like... And then I get woken up when Ours pops up, and one, I'm horrified at my own fucking voice.
Oh, God.
Two, we're so animated on this goddamn show that it literally wakes me the fuck up.
You can't get bored on this show because give it 90 seconds, we're talking about something else.
We are, or we're cackling at something, or a truck flies by, some aliens land on the top of the studio. Something's gonna happen.
Olivia Rodrigo stands break into the...
Which is why we've had another week of chaos. They are slowly breaking us down, and I'm over it. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. So did you hear about the Saucy Santana situation?
No.
Okay, so Saucy Santana, up-and-coming, black, gay, extremely feminine, hilarious rap artist, just released a song called Booty, which samples Crazy in Love, which Beyonce doesn't let people sample her shit. Which that was actually a sample, but he used a sample from her remix on one of her tours. Okay. So it had to be double approved. So that's a big deal in our community because all we got right now, as far as men, is Lil Nas X and Sam Smith. But I mean, he's not doing anything besides going to Fiesta Cantina. I mean, literally. But that's it. As far as black gay male entertainers, we got Lil Nas X, and that's it. And he's already been shut out of fucking BET Awards, so that's we're still struggling, even though we're trying to thrive.
Do you think they'll have Jack Harlow perform his song with Lil Nas X?
Right.
Lil Nas X
I would die. So that's a big deal. The song's extremely catchy. He is a great lyricist. He can spit bars. But god damn it, here comes the internet digging up some receipts about when he called Beyonce tired and was making fun of Blue Ivy's hair when everyone else was about 6 years ago. And the internet is eating him up.
I will say, we have made fun of Beyonce many times.
100%. Never Blue Ivy.
No, never Blue Ivy, and certainly never someone's hair.
No! Absolutely not. And he, as a black man, should know you don't talk about black women's hair. Or black men's hair. I'm having a bad hair day in this damn studio as it is. I was literally dealing with this whole legal stress that I can't talk about on the show because, God forbid, this person is listening and this lawsuit picks up legs.
God.
Once
it's not possible.
It's not possible.
They're insane. They're completely...
But still, I don't trust it. But I was literally detangling and conditioning my hair and all this stuff was happening and then I'm like, oh fuck, I need to go. Let me throw some gel in my hair to see my friend Ray.
This is why, the internet is so sly and so quick to pile on to somebody. Granted, I'm not saying he should just be totally forgiven for what happened.
No, because it wasn't that long ago either.
He can certainly make a statement about it.
But I will say
do
this.
We have to dig on everyone and find something?
Exactly. Also, how many people say shit online when they're not famous, because he was not famous at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not knowing they're going to be as famous as they are now, and it might come bite him in the ass.
I mean, that's what we're.
You know who? Me, because I will not have this be a sinking fucking ship. And for $7, there is literally a service online that will wipe your tweets.
Thank you.
So we will wipe this shit. We will delete episodes. We will hire someone to. Because we have learned. So he should have been smarter.
That's true. Also, I mean, not that we're perfect or what have you, because we have a show every week where we say ridiculous things. But when we have been given the opportunity to hear and learn and change or correct something.
100%. And also, we do. 95.2% of the time, if we're shading someone, it's someone that we're also going to see something great about. We shade the ones that we love. And the rest, we just don't talk about. Or we're forced to.
Because
we think it's important for the conversation.
Exactly.
And then we just shade the fuck out of them.
Mm-hmm.
With complete malice and complete...
Well, someone that we've never actually shaded but have mentioned several times is Lizzo. Because it always seems like someone is trying to come for her or challenge her or judge her or whatever. And of course, social media loves that. And she was facing some backlash from the disabled community for using a ableist slur, which I am going to use because I took half an hour to try to figure out what word it was because no one was using it.
Exactly, which is not as common as like the N-word or any other like a racial slur that you can obviously say this word.
Right. So she had used the word spaz in her song, which I think a lot of people also learned. And again, I'm just going to use the words. Stupid and dumb are also considered to be offensive terminology because if you're thinking about it from a disabled person's perspective, you can certainly understand why those things being levied at you when you actually have a mental disability or a learning disability, right? You're not stupid.
Yeah.
So Lizzo, true to form, responded to when it really wasn't even backlash. It was like, hey, this is by the way, this is a word that our community
then this is not okay.
Because it can refer to of certain movements and mannerisms.
Yes.
Which people are made fun of.
Yes.
And I think it just shows our ignorance too.
Which are spastic mannerisms.
Exactly. And
the same thing with the R word.
Yeah.
It just means that something is tweaked. It is not. It wasn't meant to describe something as a slur.
Right. And like yourself and myself and many others, I had not previously heard about any of that. And that, to me, is just our own ignorance to those things. Not that they haven't existed.
None of us can be always informed on every single thing. But like we said 1,000 times on the show, it's just not that difficult to change your behavior. If someone says that they're offended by something,
one word in a
literally,
song,
it's just not that difficult.
Which is what Lizzo did.
Yep, and that's
it. Actually, she changed the whole lyric. But it fits just as well. It makes just as much sense.
I mean, remember the Black Eyed Peas? Let's Get It Started? Mm-hmm. That's not what the song was originally called.
Yeah.
It was the R word. There's also a line about epilepsy. Mm-hmm. And they switched that to one of the members' names, which is Apple D.
Yeah.
Which rhymed. It's just not that difficult. Just like Dolly Parton said, and I'm paraphrasing right now, if people are offended, change it. Don't be an asshole.
Yet what I saw, even with some of my circle, especially the latter two that I mentioned, is resistance to the idea that they could no longer use.
Oh, 100%.
And what I love about language is if you can use a more descriptive term that is better suited to the issue rather than a generic, demeaning phrase that could potentially offend someone else, especially if you're talking in public. We're talking about public forums.
Exactly.
We've always said if you're in a room with your friends and there's not
that's kitchen table talk, and that's between y'all.
Say whatever the fuck y'all want to say. But, you know what I mean? If you're putting something out there in the world, right? And it's not a monolith. I mean,
it's just not that fucking difficult. It's just not that fucking difficult. It isn't.
And again, if you could use something more descriptive, why wouldn't you say that, right?
Yes.
Because it is so easy to, especially, and again, I'm just going to say the word, especially stupid, because what you really mean is they're being ignorant.
Exactly.
Or what you really mean is they're
I've said that this show is so stupid all the time, but it's not a person. It is a show.
Well, there's other like terms like crazy. Again, I'm just saying the words. Where I notice like you say less than smart rather than...
I do.
Stupid.
Yeah, I do. I see that a lot.
I do try to say wild instead of crazy because I do mean unrestrained. Right?
Yeah, I don't like calling people idiots unless they fucking deserve it.
It doesn't always happen, but I try to be aware of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think that that's too much to consider. Right?
It's just not, especially when you're dealing with a public platform. It's just not. So why I even saw, and mind you, if you're tuning in, this is the black one talking. We've had this situation before. I saw my own community saying, we've been saying that as a slang in the South, blah, blah, blah. I'm from Texas. And mind you, I've been in California since I was age 5. My parents are Southern. Yeah. My grandparents are Southern. I've never heard that, and I'm not saying that it's not, used as just common everyday slang at all.
Right.
But either fucking way, that's like someone saying it's okay to use the N-word because that's just how they grew up. No, it's fucking not okay. If a group of people are saying something that is not far-fetched, mind you, because some people do take things to the extreme. No, this is an ableism situation, so respect that. And just because you're not affected by it, that's why you're not taking it so to the heart.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it challenges you, right? Because if you could use a better word, why aren't you?
Exactly. So how about
maybe you're not so smart?
Maybe you're a little less than smart.
Yeah, I think it's good to be challenged sometimes.
Maybe
I never replied to any of the people I saw because...
Good.
that's the first step. I think it is the first step of,
Yeah.
like, because someone will reply in some way, or someone in their personal life, I hope, will be like, well, actually, why aren't you listening to what they're asking, right? And that's not to say, like, that, like, I mean, certainly, like, I think I've mentioned many times on the show that I went to Wright State University, which is Ohio's largest handicap accessible university. It has an underground, it has, oh my God, it's amazing. And there were a lot of disabled students that went there. And of course, you can imagine the discourse between, talk about wild.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, oh my gosh, yes. So
I've just always hated anything, like, I am nowhere near disabled or anything like that, but I did have a stutter growing up, and I still do when I get very excited or very angry. I have noticed for some reason, and I don't know if this comes with confidence or what it is, because there's, fun fact, we are educational on this show, there's actually no scientific solidification as to why people stutter and possibly grow out of it or get it back, that it's just not there. You can go to speech therapy.
Right.
I kind of taught myself to when I felt myself getting that way. I think it was part of my anxiety, honestly, that I would kind of slow down in my head and slow down what I was saying.
Yes, I stutter as well. I noticed that I cut it out on the show often.
Yeah, but it was
but
like...
if you talk in one breath, one exhale, that will usually help.
Yeah, see, we're helping everyone here on the show as well. We don't just talk shit and drink wine. But no, like, like, someone one time called me the R word, and I'm like, first of all, I was in accelerated classes growing up.
Yeah.
I had a speech impediment, and it would happen when I would get nervous about something or I'd get excited about something, and there was just no rhyme or reason for it. Now it really, really happens, but mine was bad. I would be speaking completely normally, and then all of a sudden, it would, like, I would be focused on a syllable, and it would just repeat, and the more it would happen, the more I freak out about it, and I can't even get out of it, like, in my head.
Oh, yeah, or if I have a word coming up that I know I have a hard time saying, that could get stuck on, like, the word before that, or the first part of
that was never my thing.
No.
It was just always when I would have to,
like, more
I would either be, I would be excited to tell someone something, as I said it right now. Of course. That's the line, though. Or I would be afraid to speak about something.
Oh, I think so.
Or I'd be
afraid, especially.
Or I'd be like mid-sentence doing something, and I would just kind of lose my thought, and then bam, 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 and then I get embarrassed, and then it would just continue. So it's
a lot of highly intelligent and highly successful people have stutters. In fact, the president of the United States.
100%.
I don't know if that's a great example of someone who's
but
either intelligent or certainly successful. But
yeah.
Anyway, the point is,
we're not going to talk about politics today on the show. Other things that we normally don't talk about on the show. Yeah.
Well, we normally don't talk about politics, but we also normally don't talk about the Kardashians either, which that rule has gotten broken time and time again.
Yeah.
And once again,
if you're just tuning in, pre-pandemic,
we were good.
We were no religion, no politics, no Kardashians. And then the world just kind of went to shit, and then we were just like, fuck it. Well, we could be dead next week, so we might as well just talk about this shit while we have the time to do it.
And Kim also got robbed.
Yes.
Which,
again, we are sympathetic about things. Yes.
So, the only reason I want to bring this up is because everyone is so mad at Kim Kardashian for wearing Marilyn Monroe's dress, which I think we did talk about before. It did get ruined. We knew that. We saw the dress already on the carpet.
And also,
they couldn't close it over her
expect?
gigantic ass.
That is not natural.
And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean her ass is just
gigantic, and she paid for it to be that way.
She certainly did.
That's like us calling Dolly Parton's tits huge. She knows that they're huge. That's what they are.
She ordered them,
and that's how she bought them.
all for a few minutes on the red carpet, and now that we have confirmation that the dress is actually damaged and some of the crystals fell off and blah 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 is ripped, and people are you know what it made me think about was, first of all, Marilyn doesn't care. That bitch is dead. She don't care.
No,
she does not care. Second of all, this dress was at a Ripley's, believe it or not, in Florida. That is how important this dress was.
It was in Florida.
Who cared about this fucking dress prior to Kim Kardashian wearing it and ripping it? And I think it's another example of people using Marilyn Monroe to discharge at Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
Just say she's a bitch.
That's it.
You don't like her. You wouldn't have liked anything she wore to the goddamn...
And we're the last people to fucking defend her.
Just say you don't like her.
Just say what it is. Say what it is.
Whatever.
So it was.
It's a
bad week for her. A bad week for her. Someone that a lot of people don't like. Polarizing figure. Someone that mostly everyone likes and had a good week was Britney fucking Spears.
Yeah.
I have a whole list of Britney updates. So that's what I was typing up over here.
There was so much going on with Britney.
She got married, which was great. Everyone was there. She looked great. She looked comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, she looked
perfect.
You know what I really liked about her wedding dress, first of all?
Mm-hmm.
Unlike some people, which I know we mentioned a few weeks ago, it looked classic.
It was just simple.
Simple.
And the funny thing is that that's just elegant. Who she is. And that's exactly what her husband Sam said about the ring. He was all, I know that, people think it's big, blah, blah, blah. No, she likes things that are simple.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want to...
That dress was,
yes!
That dress was amazing. On the mannequin, it was amazing.
I thought it was great. People didn't like the choker, but that's typical fucking Britney. That's Britney. It's her fucking wedding. Leave her alone.
Her hair was down. I love that, because that's also Britney.
Yeah.
Right? And I thought her makeup looked really soft, really natural. It didn't look overdone whatsoever. It really looked like...
And she's already addressed that, by the way. She ain't changing her makeup that she does herself in her day-to-day life.
She had a makeup artist.
Oh, no, I know. No, but the day before the wedding, actually, she was on live.
Her makeup has been the same forever. She has dark...
Literally, that's it.
Underneath.
And like a fucking lip gloss.
And a lip. That's her look.
But yeah, she was like on a live and like in a Rolls Royce because she was like, she's like, this is my second time being in a Rolls Royce ever, believe it or not. She's like, I'm sorry that my face looks dirty, but I actually have like a really good skincare routine. She's like, and I know that a lot of you don't like the way that I do my makeup, but you know exactly what I'm going to say about that. And you know what? For someone who is literally... like top 5 biggest pop stars on the planet for the last 3 fucking generations.
Yeah.
Good for fucking her.
That's about time.
I'm like, she's just not curated, which I love. It's refreshing to me to not see something overly photoshopped all the time or someone in a full beat and a perfect wig and perfectly posed and perfectly face-tuned. She don't give a shit. She don't give a shit. And I love that about her. I also love that she's just been blowing up her family since she's gotten out of this situation. Well, and everyone's been wondering about her brother and why she hasn't brought him up.
They were the only ones that weren't at the wedding. Paris Hilton, Madonna, Barrymore. I mean, all these people were there. Lynn wasn't there.
Nope.
Her sister wasn't there.
Nope.
Certainly her father wasn't there.
Absolutely not. No, he's going to be fucking in jail soon.
And her brother.
But her brother, who...
about him.
Most people do because he tends to stay out of the limelight, but tends to also spend her money on condos and things of that nature that he shares with his wife. And he went on to say that because I guess people were sorry, that was me and my sandals. I'm not used to wearing sandals on the show. If you heard some scraping, I'm typically in sneakers and I'm wearing sandals today. I apologize. Wes's super hearing is going off. And I even caught it myself. I was like, oh, fuck.
I hear something.
People are blowing up his social media to where he had to pause it because they're like, "Why were you at your sister's wedding?" Blah 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 blah. And he said, "Oh, my daughter had her 5th grade graduation the same day or some bullshit." Let's be real. How long does that fucking last? You couldn't came to the reception. Brittany said you weren't fucking invited. Also, I didn't forget about the fucking podcast that you did last year, where when the actual podcaster was on my side, because the podcaster was like, why would you want your sister to be out of the situation? Like, if she's able to work all this time and do all this stuff, doesn't that not make sense to you? He's like, well, I know she's been wanting to get out of it, but I mean, at the same time, like, like, everything's, like, taking care of her. Like, I mean, like, she didn't know how to even, like, make, like, a dinner reservation. And she brought that up. So he's the last one on the totem pole of family members who we brought up and rang through the ringer.
Oh my God, that is
from
so
her.
irritating. Oh, I'm sure she doesn't know how to make a dinner reservation. She has only put together...
She can only...
choreographed an entire fucking Vegas show by herself.
Vegas tours, worldwide tours, 9 albums.
She has no idea how to use the phone.
She can and make a reservation. And also, why would she want to?
Right?
Please give me a fucking break.
I hate all
She's
that.
been arguably, I think, this generation's most misunderstood person, thinking that she was a puppet because she wasn't able to do things, when really she was in control of a lot of things until this situation came, and then she became a puppet and had no voice.
She's been broiling and literally twirling in her little carousel. And you know what I mean? Like,
literally,
all this time
as a caged bird who is let out to do what they're told.
Finally. Now I was just thinking about this the other day because what did I listen to? Oh, I put a song from Glory on, Just Like Me.
Yeah.
I love Britney's music and all that stuff, but every once in a while I like to actually hear her real singing voice. And there are a couple songs.
She actually, oddly enough, likes to sing.
I like her real singing voice.
But people restrict her from things of even that nature.
I really like her real singing voice. So I was listening to that, and for some reason, I thought of when she referred to Diane Sawyer as that woman.
Yes. 100%.
Britney is a lot more...
Oh, yeah. Do not underestimate this woman. She has a lot more control and smarts than you.
And it's not like she's not a Scientologist, y'all. They didn't cut off her Google search.
No.
Okay. She has been looking... shit up and
I love the fact that she is calling out little things like that. Like, I know that y'all don't like the way I do my makeup. Like, I'm reading these fucking comments, you assholes. Nor do I care. I'm Britney fucking Spears, and I will do my makeup how I please and do what I want.
She looks like the kind of girl who one day, yes, she's definitely gonna like get all showered up and clean and do her makeup.
That's the thing. She was always that girl, though. She was never in a full...
But then she's gonna fuck her man, and then they're gonna have a pool time, and then her makeup won't be so perfect, and she doesn't really care. And then she goes out somewhere. That's the girl she is.
And that's how she always has been. She's never been picture perfect out like in paparazzi pictures. She's bomb as fuck when she has to work.
Yes, but you put her on a beach, you put her on...
She's like me. I'm like, I live in gym clothes when I'm not working. I'm not putting on a fucking button up if I don't have to. Absolutely not.
No,
and the last piece of news about this, I said I had a bunch of it. Her ex, Jason.
Yeah, the one that...
Oh, yeah, he is not... He's still in jail, and they're not letting him go. And they've raised his bail because they believe that she's an extreme threat to her.
Throw away the key.
And also with that, Britney herself has fired her entire security team because that should not have happened.
No!
And again, good for fucking her.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yep.
She's far more...
capable than people actually think.
She's far more in control now.
Especially now. It's like...
You're gonna see. Yeah, I think we've been...
Sorry, there was a long Britney segment, but there's a lot of news that piled in all at the same time.
And all at once. And that's what I think, like, people focus on the, oh my God, they're doing Vogue. And, which, by the way, two things. One, Madonna really can make anything about herself. And
of course,
Drew Barrymore at the very end going, Britney!
Yes.
Shady.
Yes.
As fuck.
Like, this is great. Okay. Because, damn well Britney doesn't give a fuck about any of this performative bullshit unless she's spinning around in her living room. Which, sorry, I forgot about this. She bought, sorry, I know it's a long Britney segment and it's usually very short. She just bought a new mansion
Mm.
You didn't hear about this?
No.
Oh, it's great.
This is one thing I did not hear about.
It's in K-Fed's neighborhood. You know what's great about that? She can spy on him when he has to move out because those kids are going to be 18 in 2 and 3 years. Which means he can't afford that mansion anymore because her income has been affording his lifestyle this entire time. And I doubt he's been that damn smart with the fucking money.
The kids could be really shady and move out, I think, at 16.
Mm-hmm. I think they're 15 and 16 now.
Yeah. Although, I will say, I mean, I know he's obviously profited off of her.
100.
But to at least common knowledge, he seems like he's been an okay dad.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I still don't trust his ass.
Well.
I think he might have just learned the system and
it's possible.
Learning that if people don't see things.
You know, it's possible. Let's just, fingers crossed, Britney's kids are going to be okay.
Yes. Well, I mean, they seem fine from, I think it was Sean Preston that went on that live when he wasn't supposed to and said that the dad's an asshole before any of this even happened.
Yeah.
Said that the dad was an asshole, that he hates him. And I think he even said that, like, dad's okay. Mom's great, really likes Sam. And that mom just may not continue to do music, and he doesn't wonder why, because she makes bank off of it. So I think that she's raised the kids pretty damn decently.
You would think that because they've been on the outside kind of looking in a little bit, that they would have more of an understanding at least, right? And that, oh God. I just, like I said, beyond all that, like, celebrity stuff, it is really wild to think about what her life must really be like right now.
Oh, yeah. It's like you're just giving a whole...
All this stuff is blooming.
Pandora's box is open.
Right?
But then it's also like, she said things like, I don't want to do this because I don't want the paparazzi following me. Mm-hmm. So it's like, there's still that concern and that trauma going on. I'm actually shocked she was able to keep this whole wedding a secret up until the day of. Literally. I think it was like the evening before is when it actually broke.
Mm-hmm. When Madonna called the press. No,
right. Seriously, to make it all about her.
Yeah, I mean, wow. And as far as her making music, I mean, we've said obviously many times she doesn't deserve, we can't.
She's given us literally 24 years of hits, literally.
Yeah, we deserve nothing.
That multiple generations have actually like caught on, which is weird to hear what different generations like view as a Britney Spears hit.
Right.
As we're getting older, because I was like looking at Twitter and like, oh yeah, well this is what my generation. I'm like, what?
Like,
the Femme Fatale album?
Yeah.
I'm like, Han. I'm like, you know what?
They're like, actually,
completely correct. That was
Obama.
That brought in dubstep into pop. No one was doing that at the time, and that started that trend off, and that makes complete sense. It's like she's already done a legacy, and she's only been working. She's been working since she was 15. So it's like, let her.
She doesn't owe anyone anything. I mean, if she wants to do music, she could do like one song for a movie.
Exactly.
Whatever,
and be completely fine.
But yeah, especially in this digital age, she could do whatever she
could
wants
just
to.
Put out a song here and there and be fine.
Or honestly, if she doesn't want to do that anymore, I don't think that anyone should be.
She has enough money, and I think that she's actually savvy enough financially to just chill now that she's actually getting her money and her royalties and things of that nature.
Also, I think they should hopefully be able to claw back some money from the father.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And all the other people who ripped her off over the years. Ooh,
I can't wait for that
day if they're able to claw back.
I can't wait for that book, though, because she said she's writing a book. I can't wait for that book. Ooh.
Brittany, come on the show.
Please do. She probably would, actually.
Well, it's your favorite part of the show.
Sorry, guys. This is what we do before the actual recording. You're getting a behind-the-scenes look.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a sex question of the week. I'm not that deep this week, and you were higher this week.
I was higher.
And last week it was the opposite.
I don't know what to tell you.
And we're leaving that in, by the way.
I'm editing it all out.
Give them a peek into what we have to deal with before the show.
If they want to peek into what happens behind the scenes, that you all could subscribe to our Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Because
we're a cheap date, first of all. And extremely entertaining and very versatile in more ways than one.
And we try to do an episode a week. And it's this shit we talk about, like, between segments, blah, blah, blah. Weird, more personal shit, crazy stuff, animals we don't like. Just random.
Just random shit that's actually extremely funny. And also sometimes educational.
Mm-hmm. We teach the children. So if you'd like to support us, at least support our wine habit every week on the show.
Please do.
You can subscribe to our Patreon at Richie with a Y.
It's a very, very minimal cost. For only $1 per month, you can support two gays creating content.
Why do I have so many?
We're Sarah McLachlan. Cute. We can't afford that.
Wait, here we go. Okay.
In the arms of an angel.
Support us. All right, here we go. Thanks to Hyrule Commander for reposting our question.
Again, our Spinderella to our Salt and Pepper, our unofficial third co-host.
Have to be zooming with that bitch.
Yes.
Best sex with the ex stories.
Oh, yes. Were you shocked when this happened, by the way, when I suggested this?
No.
Okay.
I might have a feeling who it's about.
I don't think you do, actually. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, well, someone said never look back with a little nail emoji, which I love how emojis have... Apple thinks they should mean one thing, and we will be like, nope, this is what it's gonna be.
I immediately rebuking our question, so thank you. That is certainly one way to look at it.
It is.
Perhaps sleeping with your ex is a bad idea. Maybe you broke up for a reason. Maybe it's a toxic trait. It's probably why I've slept with all of my exes. But hey,
don't give them the answers. The
second person, judge us, okay?
The second person says exactly what my most anticipated movie of the year is. Nope. Now we have some more detailed answers.
Thank you.
In college, 3 months after a breakup, tied me to the bed, ass up, pounded until I saw God. Oh. Now that's what I'm talking about, answering a goddamn question. Yes.
Sex with the ex, all bets are off. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter if they like you afterwards.
And look at this person and the effort they put into this answer. It was not... The first two were a D-grade answer, and I'm doing that because I'm a nice person.
Good for y'all for having
this person got
or whatever, but
an A++ for telling us a whole story that you can visualize.
That's what it's about.
Within 3 seconds of me talking.
That is what Sex with the Ex is about.
Exactly.
With the Ex, you know each other. You know what each other likes. You know what to do. So get to it. And, Oh
yeah, these are getting really good.
Okay.
Cream pied by my boyfriend coming out. Wait, what?
Oh.
I
thought maybe the two had met.
I thought it said by my boyfriend coming out girlfriend. I'm like, are they trans? This is even more interesting. But no. Cream pie before coming out girlfriend out of spite. What? Okay, I don't know what the fuck this even means.
I don't know.
See, I thought I had something going there that made sense, and I don't. Nope. No. She loved it, and I did it again.
Okay.
Oh, my before coming out girlfriend. So the girlfriend that they had before he came out. So, and he went back in the closet for a second just to get some clothing out, and then came back out.
That sounds more like a bag.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Okay, here we go. In a back room at their dad's funeral.
There's always one.
Okay, that was different.
Not appropriate.
Oof, unless the dad was horrible.
Would you go to your ex's dad's funeral?
If it was Jamie Spears, yes. And I would fuck on top of the coffin and then pee on it afterwards.
Would you be going, if your ex was like, hey, my dad died, would you be like, oh yeah, I'll be there at the funeral?
There are scenarios. Like, maybe you got close to, like, one member of the family. Like, maybe you were, like, the sister's best friend or something that ended up dating the brother for a couple of months. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't know. Gays fucking blow someone and then all of a sudden they're fucking ex, so who knows? Thank you for participating.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't yet, but getting back into his DMs to make it happen.
Oh?
Oh! You know, we applaud your...
tenacity.
Gumption. There you go.
Go for it. You get that. You get that, D.
After we broke up, he got a lot more rough and assertive, and I loved it.
Oh.
Oh.
See, that's what I'm talking about. All bets are off.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be sweet and nice anymore.
And here we go with the top. Never had sex with an ex. You know, you didn't.
That is
not answer the question. However,
what we asked for.
That's on top of a piano. Wow, are you Lady Gaga?
Okay. It's Julia Roberts.
Right.
In
or Blanche Devereaux. Golden Girls fans will know what I'm talking about. Hey Stan, how are you? 1 year after we broke up, he railed me hard at a concert, made me come handless.
Oh.
What the fuck kind of concert were you at?
Okay.
Was it a mosh pit? Ooh. New sex question.
Someone said, never. You did answer the question. It's just not what we asked.
It's just, yeah. We were testing you guys this week, and some of you guys actually passed with flying colors.
I appreciate that we got more.
I feel like there's no like middle ground though. It was either
engagement is engagement.
We
right?
are literally grading on a C curve at this point. So some of y'all are A's, some of y'all are C's.
That's okay,
and that's fine.
And we just need more people responding and more likes. We are almost breaking 600 on social media. We're very proud of ourselves.
And wait for it, we have more stuff coming.
Yeah, the more that you interact with us, the bigger we get. So someone said they tried to be friends with their ex, but they had dinner one night. And then a one-night stand.
Okay, I'm like...
But they never spoke again. And here's someone.
You know what? That's extra credit to you. You gave us a follow-up. You gave us a beginning, a middle, and an end.
And here's someone who really knows how to utilize the format that Instagram gives us for, I guess it's like so many characters. Tried to be friends. Had dinner and a one-night stand. Lovely time. Never spoke again.
Again,
that is a story.
That is better than any Netflix fucking limited series I've seen in a while. You summed that up without any kind of fat on the meat. That was all meat. Straight to it. Thank you for that.
I pictured it. I've never had an ex. I'm 19 and a baby gay.
Oh,
okay, we're not.
Thank you for respecting our guidelines as far as listening to us. We are 18 and over.
Yes, thank you, and we appreciate the fact that you responded at all. Again, engagement is engagement, and that is so cute.
That is very cute.
You probably should not have sex with your exes, but it's good.
Sometimes.
Look,
can you stop blowing the climax of the show? You never do this. What is this?
Of course, we've had
Where's
sex
the wine? We've only had one bottle today either. Like, what is going on today?
There's another one coming. Finish that one off.
Where's Marcel?
Another one.
Where's Marcel?
Oh, Marcel is a whole other story.
Oh, yeah. I walked into a mess with him. Poor guy. My poor little boyfriend.
You know, speaking of disabled people, Marcel has become disabled over this past year and having pets.
My god, you scared me. I thought that was like one of the sex questions. I was like, oh my goodness.
Marcel has become one of those pets who has become disabled.
He has.
And he has a lot more work to take care of.
Yeah.
And yet
he is like a little child, but you know what?
He's a baby.
We care about him.
He's on diapers now.
He is.
But
he's a little chicken leg in the back.
Mm-hmm. Sticking out that diaper.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? His personality is the same.
Exactly.
You strap him in his wheelies,
yes.
He's just fine.
So if you want to donate to the Marcel Fund, please call 1-800-555
our Patreon.
R&W. In the eyes of an angel. And back to the sex.
we broke up with each other at the same time and then fucked on my roommate's bed.
Now I have questions. See, everyone was doing so well with, like...
Maybe that's like a goodbye fuck.
Maybe. Okay.
Right? That's like, all right, well, like, just like one more time. Or you're like sad, and then you like hug, and then you kiss, and then you're naked. Someone else said, the best sex I've had with my ex was while his other ex watched.
Y'all are just freaks. Don't try to... Oh, calm down.
And someone said, no sex.
I love how it's going like from one extreme to the next.
What does that even mean?
It's like driving down Sunset Boulevard with this construction. You're going to be on smooth sailing for like paving for a while, and all of a sudden your car's going to dip down, and then it's going to be sideways. This is how our sex questions are.
Thanks for listening.
Here we go. Nope. Never. Okay. Here's a story. Saw him out in the club, went to his workplace in the middle of the night, and fucked on the floor for hours.
What floor?
See, again, what workplace?
What exactly? Where can you fuck
DM us. We want to watch these things happen.
Videos are welcome.
I can guarantee you it's fucking Home Depot. I've heard.
Out in the back where the plants are.
Oh, no. In the bathrooms. Or on the upstairs parking lot. Hollywood Boulevard. Nope, Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, Home Depot. We'll talk later.
Wow.
I discovered this randomly on a paint trip. We'll do that on the next sex question, actually. Random fucking places that you discovered
at Home Depot.
No, just random places that you never thought were cruise spots, but were cruise spots.
It kind of makes sense, though, because a lot of homos go to Home Depot.
Mm-hmm. Had one last time, in quotes, sex while his new boyfriend slept in the next room. Boyfriend woke up and joined. So same thing as the last person. Are these the same? Was this from the same party?
The gays are very...
Are these two exes talking and answering the same question?
Understand closure.
All right. Public golf course in a park. Finished up as they started the morning prep. Well, that was a good time. All right.
Wow. I hope he prepped.
Someone said it. I can't. Someone said in the shower. Mm-mm.
Okay, that is I'm very much to the point.
I'm gonna move on. After her husband found out about new boyfriend. Wow, this is a Lifetime movie, not even Netflix limited series. This is a Lifetime fucking movie.
That is the elevator pitch right there.
Though there's more. We had hard, rough sex, nothing like when we were married.
Wow.
Please. Give us the rest so we can make a screenplay. And then the last one says, he's always begged me to come on his face.
Oh.
Okay. That wasn't okay.
Again, we appreciate it.
We do. Everyone gets a parting gift on this show.
Well, a particular friend of the show, who will still remain anonymous, says... After we broke up, we hooked up in my car, and he came all over my dashboard.
Well, damn. How big is your car?
Right? Is it an Escalade?
Right. Is it a Miata?
Also, how do you get on the dashboard?
Oh, you can come on the dashboard.
Like passenger seat, back seat, I understand. Positioning.
Oh, you can be if the car's big enough. You could. So I've heard. You can be sitting like passenger seat. There's nothing in front of you. Yeah. Someone's riding you.
Okay, yeah.
And then they come on the dashboard.
Okay.
So I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
On Twitter.
Well, another friend of the show. We got a lot of friends of the show answering.
We do.
My ex, who was hung like a forearm, would have me over whenever the apps were disappointing. Well, that would probably be a lot, because I feel like the apps are always disappointing.
Yes.
I only have sex with an ex when I'm in a new relationship. It's toxically hot. You are my kind of guy.
Thank you.
I like you. We can be friends. Who's your therapist? Oh my god. Okay, this is like very dark humor and I love it.
You're having way too much fun with this.
With their corpse.
Okay, that's the end.
No.
I have to pee and now I'm freaked out.
Get a little more wine. We have support. At my job, I worked at a restaurant that had a bed.
What?
Which was my boss's.
What? There's so many questions I have for this. We have so many follow-up questions to all of these, to a lot of these.
Is it a pull-out couch bed?
Is it one of those like? Are you like in like Alabama, where like the owner of like the restaurant like lives there as well? So there's a bed up there.
After we broke up, and I started dating my fiance, we might have had an oopsie pounding session.
Not an oopsie pounding. I can't.
Now I'm done.
All right.
Yeah, fill that cup because it's time for our answers.
Yes.
How many times does someone slide into your DMs asking you your answer to the question? And every time someone does that, I'm like, oh, you don't listen to the show, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Because we answer it every week.
Exactly.
On the show.
And for that, you get an F. We're grading on a curve. People who don't listen to the show get a fucking F.
F. F minus.
Mm-hmm. We say it at the top of the show, during the foreplay, and we say we're going to give our answers at the climax of the show.
Always.
Always. Nothing changes every single week.
We
never
didn't even
deviates.
used to have. We used to just throw up a poll on Twitter.
We did, yes.
And didn't even used to have stories.
No.
We would literally just answer it ourselves.
We're adding on to our whole situation over here, like.
Which, by the way, we did have a poll on.
So for y'all to question us, people who aren't even listening right now,
right? How dare you?
It's extremely absurd, and I'm very offended.
Well, meanwhile, a vast majority of our audience said Sex with the Ex was good. On Twitter, over 40% said it was good. Would you agree?
Well, I posed this sex question this week, and whenever I pop them up out of nowhere and very quickly,
it's for reasons.
It's for reasons. Typically, a little behind-the-scenes look again. I'll either ask him if he has an idea. 9 times out of 10, I'm working, so Wes will ask me if I have an idea, and I'll put out 2 or 3 ideas and see which one we can make stick. Typically, when there's only one that I say, there's a story behind it.
Something happened.
Something happened. Twice in the last 2 weeks, actually. So, you may not have known, but I was just dumped 2 weeks ago. However...
Oh, yeah, we did not talk about...
We didn't. Yeah, I barely talk about anything besides my job. Personally, for me on the show, as far as like things that I'm going through per week. Well, 3 weeks now. So, this is the first time I've ever broken up or separated with someone, and then 3 days later, 4 days later, we kind of reconciled a little bit and fucked like fucking rabbits. And it was great because this person I had amazing sex with to begin with. I'm an adult. I'm not going to slander anyone at all. He was the best bottom I've ever had in my entire life. Quite honestly, we had amazing, passionate, great sex. And now that's over. So, this past weekend, I actually celebrated my birthday a little bit. And I ran into my ex from last year. Like fall of last year.
Yeah.
And that's when it ended. And it did not end well. Per him, not me. I waved hi. We were at Trunks. I thought he was shading me by not even acknowledging me because I'm just not that person. If you're my ex and I even hate you, I'm still going to say hi. I'm an adult.
Oh my God.
I'm just like,
that with
yeah,
the
I'm just
fucking
like,
gays. If I see you out, look, if my dick was in your mouth,
unless you fucking stab my mother or something crazy like that, I'm going to say hello. We can say hi. We're fucking in the same fucking space. Stop making it fucking weird.
An ex or a grinder hookup.
Exactly. Just fucking say hello. Be a fucking adult, you assholes.
Yeah.
But he says he didn't see me. I'm fucking 6'2". You saw me. I saw you look directly at me. However, he was forced to talk to me because we had mutual friends that were there. I was alone seeing my friend behind the bar like I do whenever I go out to WeHo. I don't really go out with people. I go out to see my friends who are working there. So, he and I had a conversation, and then after a couple of drinks, ended up going back to his house. And having amazing sex. So I broke my own damn rule twice in the last month. But it was great. I will say it was great. He also apologized for some things. The other one did not. We're still done, but...
You know. Exes are exes for a reason.
Exactly. I'm not about to date either one of them, first of all. No.
We cannot go back in time.
Especially this soon. People don't change that quickly. Like, no. And you don't break up. In my eyes, you don't break up unless it's worth breaking up. You can have a fight, a disagreement, but if you're broken up, that's good.
Yeah.
You're cutting ties, that's it. But before that, I had not gone back with any of my exes.
I've slept with a lot of my exes.
Yeah, we know. You gave that up in the first 3 seconds of the goddamn sex question this week.
That was a tease. You don't know which one. It's a roll of the dice.
They don't know their names.
No, that's true.
I do.
Yeah, I mean...
Was it good? Was it bad?
It's always been good. That's
really
the problem.
See, yeah, this is brand new territory for me, which is why I posed a sex question this week to see if I was alone. I'm like, I've never done this before, but I've heard about it. But usually, I'm so emotionally like you fuck me over, or I'm done with you. I don't want to subject myself to having feelings because I care about people a lot. Surprisingly,
I think even because maybe this is just I do think it's a bad pattern. I don't think it's good. I think it's
agree
good
with that.
to perhaps
I don't think it's good either.
Make up when they're not make up with your ex, but at least to have some closure or to each talk about some things or whatever, right? But maybe having sex with them isn't necessarily the way to do it. I think it's like a physical patch. Yeah. You know, it's sort of like sometimes I view sex like a musical. Like sometimes your emotions are just so heightened you just have sex.
I'm like, where's this going? I'm so confused, but now I understand.
Instead of singing, you have sex. Gay friends do that. That's how you express your friendship sometimes. You know, what's a blowjob between friends? So I do feel like physical communication is definitely a part of our language as human beings. Yeah. Right? So, sure, but most of the time, it brings back a lot of other stuff, you know? Yeah. So, I think you have to be willing to be able to be, forgiving of someone and also realizing, just because you're being physical again doesn't mean you're dating again.
I think for me, it was closure, which is weird, because
that's a lot of... People put a lot of shit into that, I slept with my ex, and maybe now we're gonna get back together. Yeah,
no.
That is putting the knot.
For me, it was
that's
closure,
putting the knot
and that's
on the end of the rope. That's it.
Wash my ass for 2 months from now. Have you ever gone back and had sex again with your ex?
Well, I've done that a few times too, actually. There's one in particular who we kept kind of breaking up, and then.
See, I just haven't. I'm like, when I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah, at this point, I would.
I'm like, it's burned at the edges, the rope isn't coming back together. You can't tie it back up again. I'm like Mariah Carey, when I break, I break.
There's been a few that I'm like that with. I would. Yeah. But I think most of them, it's we still have some entwinement. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, for sure. I think probably.
Well, fuck, I fucking lied.
It's happened before.
Breaking news.
No, you just remembered just now.
Picture it. No. Let me preface this. No, so...
The wine has unlocked a memory.
Because I just don't view this person as my ex anymore. That's the thing. It was someone I dated for like 7-8 months. We were boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
We broke up, didn't talk for like a year and a half. Because he was brand new...
Became friends or whatever.
From L.A., or brand new to LA, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm used to it out here. So
Sure.
he wanted to run amok, blah, blah, blah. We had an adult conversation like, yeah, this just isn't working out, like, or whatever. And now we're very, very good friends. I'm actually going to be in his wedding next year. And we hooked up after the fact, but years later.
Right.
But so I just, in my head, he's not an ex to me. He's my friend.
See, it's like a musical. That's how we express.
Don't try to justify that. No.
That's how we express our emotions.
We waited like 4 years to even see each other again, and he had matured.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are a part of history right now. I have just now discovered something that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think for like one of the hottest times was during a party.
I feel like all your hottest times are during a goddamn party.
Yeah.
Is it the same party? No, because now I'm questioning this.
It's all the same night. No, definitely like a house party.
Okay.
That I was throwing, in fact. And yes, there was a reconciliation.
Okay.
But I have learned...
It's usually just not healthy.
I have learned that it's not healthy. It's probably not a good idea. If you maybe end on good terms.
Well, yeah, and that's why I actually forgot about the one I just brought up, because I don't even think of
it to be just
that's the weird thing. I'm like, I don't even think about him as my ex. He's my friend.
I think it's fine. Like, we're sexual beings. It's fine 100%. To be sexual.
That's why we have a sex question every single week, and everyone replies, because clearly
we've been doing it for 5 fucking years, and we still haven't touched on the same thing twice. And yet, I think what sex with the ex means for a lot of people is bringing back a lot of those emotions, a lot of those ties, and the drama folds right back in. So if it's something where you can, like, you're now remembering your friend, where you can approach it at a different angle, so to speak, right? You're showing,
we did,
you're showing some growth. You're taking it to a different place. Yeah, I think it typically is not a great idea, but it could if you're both in a different place and you're both
It was 4 years later,
healthy and honest about it. Could be fun. That's presumably
I don't even
both had
consider
therapy.
Right. Which we did.
See? So yeah, I think just most of the time it's falling back into old habits. And that tends to be. But that also is what makes it so good.
Fair.
When you know somebody's body and you know what they like.
That's...
You know?
You're quoting a literally a Britney Spears song right now. On Glory, listen to the song better. That's literally almost what she says, verbatim.
Look, I am not slut-shaming anyone. You go out and you sleep with as many people as you want to. But when you have a relationship with somebody that lasts for years...
You learn things about them. For better or worse.
Well, sometimes for better, because you know their body so well.
100%.
You know what
and like Brittany said, when you know your body and you know their body, it's so much better.
Oh, yeah. It's got hot here. To all of my exes listening, don't call me.
Same.
Don't. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out our sponsors and our show notes and save some money by using our coupon codes. Until next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.